Hello YouTube and fellow Minecraftians, and welcome back to yet another video. It is another castle showcase. This is Wolf-Fang Castle, and this has taken me a good long while to do, but I think you guys will especially like this. Wolf-Fang Castle by Conquest 1, February 12th to February 25th. Now, just be in mind that, you know, it didn't take all that time to do it. Like, I can only work on a few days here and there, and for most of you, you've watched me on Twitch and have seen what I've been doing. And so, guys, remember, if you guys really want to see how I build things, again, Twitch is where to find me. I'm still working on figuring out how to bring you guys tutorials on YouTube. Almost to a point where I can afford a pretty good video editing software, and once I do, then I feel like tutorials will come more easily. And also, once I get a better computer, of course, then I can bring you guys a lot better, and also better internet. You know, basically all the generic things about, you know, recording. You need all these. You need to have good of all of it. Yes. Anyway, we are going to go ahead and showcase this plot, and we'll try to get it done pretty quick. Quick videos typically have more interest, keep people's interest more. So anyway, this is a small little house. It's, you know, the style that I chose, I kind of regret in a way. I prefer that if I had made an A-frame, sort of, kind of like a generic medieval house, but I would have obviously Duconified it. And if you guys don't know what Duconify means, that's a new word that I've just come up with, so that means I would make it better. But anyway, the house is how it is, and it works out fairly well, and I hope you guys enjoy it. It's pretty generic again. It's what I call a mushroom roof. It's like a very low-end mushrooms, and it looks like a mushroom actually. It's like the cobble's like the stalk, and then like all the top is the mushroom head. But anyway, we will move on. So this is the second house, and there isn't much in here. As you can see, it's just a small kitchen, a small little foyer area, a little bed for maybe a kid, and then you have the parents' bedroom up here. There really isn't much room. There's supposed to be more detail in here and so forth, but it is how it is again. So we'll just move on. Small little garden here, and the way I wanted it, I want to have sort of like a bog feel. Like I don't want this to be like, maybe like a lake. It's not an ocean, it's just a small little lake that maybe stretches out to like 5 plots out there, 6 plots that way. You know, a small little like a lake to maybe like an island in the middle. Like just kind of imagine like, you know, what that would look like. I'm just kind of imagining a lake that I had seen in New York back when I was a kid, and that's just what I'm imagining. This really beautiful, pristine lake, mountains, peaks in the background, and this little island in the middle of the lake. And the coolest thing is there was loons. If you guys don't know what loons are, I would suggest you guys look up their call. They have an incredibly beautiful call. Loons, they're a duck. But yeah, they're really cool. Anyway, this is sort of a bridge that I decided I wanted to make. I didn't want to make it sort of originally I was probably going to make it sort of just like a land bridge, but I decided that making a artificial bridge as this looked better in the long run, and having all these little arches in there and everything just turned out to look really nice. So I'm really happy with how that turned out. Also, I have a canoe here. Maybe I should have had it roped up, but oh well, this works as it is. Here's a little fishing place. Guy can go ahead and catch some fishes, and Robincraft is in the video, so let's go ahead and /hide all so we can make sure that that doesn't bother us too much. Anyway, here's a poplar tree. Nick Goss had sort of challenged me to make a poplar tree, and I had no idea what a poplar tree was until I looked up pictures of it. And it's basically a spruce tree, but it's thin and tall, so that's what that is. I'm trying to think of any other details that might be down here that we could look at. Also, another thing that you guys could look at is, like, see how I have these drainage things? This goes back to realism. Obviously, the castle would collect a lot of water in here, so where would the water go? So think about it. Alright, so what I had engineered is I have a drainage pipe here, and I should change that, and I should change that there too. But anyway, these are little drainage areas, and then so the water would come down here, it would come underneath the bridge and head right into the lake, and as you can see, it would come in through here and into the lake. So, you know, engineering small little drainage things like that. Also, I have another drainage over here for the back corner, Here's another drainage, and it comes back down here, and then it sort of washes out. And as you can see, it sort of washes out. And pretend that's like a hillside that goes down to maybe a small stream that heads back into the lake or something. But I don't know, that's below the water level there, so maybe it's just like a little pond down there. I don't know. Just fulfill that with your imagination. So let's go ahead and come around and let's head up this little causeway. I really wanted to make this causeway. The causeway is a very key factor in this castle, I feel, and I am really happy how it turned out. But anyway, let's go ahead and head in. We have a portcullis here. As you can see, it's a very heavy portcullis, and typically this should be technically iron doors, but iron doors wouldn't look very good in that. So, you know, I just kind of forget it, and I'm just going to just do what I did. So this here is the mechanism to open the gate. As you can see, it's sort of like a pulley system. You have maybe 2 guys over here and 2 guys over here pulling the, one pulling, one pushing, and then the gate would open. Because obviously this grate would be extremely heavy to do anything with. I should have made a locking system on it, but maybe it locks as it's pulling up. Lots of little weapons and stuff up here. Up here there's a little like guard room for the guards to sleep and stuff. There's lots of little guard rooms across this castle, so we'll see them in the future. This tower is just full of little bits of interior. There's really nothing exciting in here. Let's go on over here. Well, let's first just kind of walk in and see, you know, let's take in what's going on here. So we can get some good views. A little bit of apples for the, I don't know, the higher ups of the castle to enjoy, as there might be some apples across the lands, maybe just outside the castle, and then the other people can enjoy those. But these apples are for the royalty in specific. So so the guards just kind of come out and kind of sit there and drool at the apples. So I imagine apples were a high commodity in these days, probably, most likely. Here's the drainage for the back corner. There's a drainage there, and there's a drainage there. So just guys, remember, keep that in mind, and hopefully we'll see a lot more of those in castles. It's also a very realistic feature. So anyway, this is the barracks. It is very cramped per se. This is the official barracks. Well, I guess official barracks, but maybe this is the outer wall barracks, and this is where, you know, the guards for the outer wall stay and all that stuff. This is the servant for the barracks. This person makes sure that everything is okay and cleans everything up. Here's the privy for the barracks. I didn't really put too many privies in this castle. I should have put more, but it was kind of difficult to engineer them in once I had finished most of it. So that's my fault in the long run, but it all works out in the end. So anyway, these are beds for the guards, and you come up here a little bit more, and there's some storage up here for any of their needs. And then if you come up here, this is sort of like where a prisoner of war would stay. Maybe this is like a scientist or something that the royalty of this castle are keeping here, so that this person would further their technology, or their, like, maybe they don't have crossbows yet, and maybe this person is knowledgeable in how to do that kind of stuff, and he's trying to engineer a crossbow for them. And so, you know, just stuff like that. You know, that's kind of what I engineered that as. Is he's sort of like the guy that's going to be up there, and not exactly a friend, but he can benefit the people of the castle very much. So anyway, I feel like we should start from the underground up. So let's head down to the dungeons really quick. I need to get this going faster because I don't want this to drag on too long. So this is sort of like an elevator that's sort of heading down to the prison ward, and this is sort of the guard room. There's basically just 4 guards down here, not really anything exciting. They just kind of keep watch and keep things going. The privy for here is right here, and say if they, you know, this gets full, or maybe they, you know, something, I don't know, they just kind of throw the bodies down, or not the bodies, that's in over there, but anyway, they throw it down there, and then the stream continues to take it down to wherever the stream goes. But yeah, that's how that goes. This is also the fresh water for the castle, so if ever anyone needs fresh water, they would scoop it up from here, and that's why there's lots of buckets down here, like here and here, and then they would put it onto the elevator, and then they bring it up, and technically I should have some more barrels up here, but, you know, whatever, they just carry it up. And so that's how the castle gets water in general. And so let's head into the present ward. I'm just going to head down each of the wards. So this is sort of, each ward has 4 cells, and so this is one of them. 4 cells in here. There's nothing really exciting with the cells, but that's just how it is. This is a group cell, so say if they have a whole bunch of people that they don't know what to do with, they just throw them in here and let them rot. And maybe just feed them a couple rice and maybe maybe like a apple slice, just for kicks and giggles. But anyway, that's what that is. This is the torture room. Typically all dungeons and all have torture rooms. And also, yes, that it would be a boiling man. Poor guy. So this is the trash chute, quote-unquote trash chute. That's where all the dead bodies would go, and that is where people do not want to be. So sickly people or anything would be just thrown in down in here and forgotten. And there's also a few gold coins down here for those daring to wade through the flesh and bones that happen to be there. So let's close that up. Let's head this way, and I think we're good down here. That's about all there is in the dungeons. There's really no secrets or anything. I need to start adding more secrets to my plots, but right now it's just very, very practical, very you know, it's just how it is. So anyway, this is a storage room. There's really not much in here. It's just storage and nothing really exciting, so we'll just keep heading up. This is the kitchen. This is the primary kitchen, and then this is the secondary kitchen down here. And so here they would sort of do like food for everyone, like the servants and all, and then over here is where they would do the food for, say, the royalty and for the Great Hall, etc. And this is where the chefs would be to prepare the great feast for the royalty. And this also, they would also use this if the feast is extra large, but this would be primarily used for the people of the castle. You know, the guards or the servants or stuff like that, because obviously they need to eat as well. So this is the Great Hall. I should have walked in through here, so I'll just go ahead and walk in through here. So this is, you kind of head up here, you head up the stairs, and you come up to the door, close the door, and you walk in, and this is the castle. Also, let me show you, the way you guys do this is you take a blank map. I just found this out the other day. I don't even know how to make a blank map, but you can make a transparent map. And that's how you do that. You take the item, transparent map, and you put it there. I don't know how to get the transparent map, but apparently it works somehow. So if you guys can figure that and tell me in the comments how to get a transparent map, that would be awesome. Although I can do it on Raven by using the FP multi-set, and it works because they have that new plugin. But anyway, this is a deer that I actually shot that's actually above my head right now. His name is Henry. I call him Henry. But anyway, he's an 8-point, and this is what's on his plaque. Duncan Smiley, first bow kill, 11-0307. If you guys don't know what my name is, that's what it is, Duncan Smiley. So, newsflash. Excuse me. So we'll keep heading up. This is the guards, another barracks, and also servants' quarters. So servants, guards would be in here, and then the armory is right here. Big heavy door there, so that just keeps out most of the invaders if anyone happens to come. But anyway, this is where all the weapons would be stored, and this is how the castle would be protected in times of war. So let's go ahead and keep heading up the castle, and let's head to the great dining hall. That's what this is, and I also decided to put the paintings on because I felt like they made pretty good headrests. Also, I like this fireplace, has a nice mantle over it, and actually it was Kevin, aka Pigland, that you know, sort of told me that idea, and I really like it. It turned out really nice. And so there is a bathroom for this castle, or for this room, and that's right here. A little privy, just kind of crap over the side of the wall, and there you go. Eat and crap. That is the life of a medieval person, or a medieval individual, or royalty, should I say. And then all the other people have to work. But anyway, this is a library. Typically a castle of this nature needs to have a library. It's sort of a higher class castle, and so this is also fortifications around the large tower around the back, and that really helps out the defensive purposes of the castle. This is sort of a guest room. If there any guests come, or maybe it's the kids' room, I don't know. But you know, it's here and it can be used by people. So, and also the room has another privy there. So let's go ahead and head out, and let's go down, or up, should I say, to the Lord and Queen's bedroom, the Dutch and Duchess. And that's where this is, and they have big chairs sort of to talk and socialize with the other people of the castle if they decide to let them into their room. And so this is where they would be. They would enjoy the fire and you know, just have a great time there. It's a very big bed, you know, big enough for a very large king, should I say. So yes, plus sized. This is the place for the queen to sort of change in her changing room. Again, another privy for them to do their thing, and they have toilet paper. And then you head up here, and there's sort of like a little loft area just to sort of store stuff. So really nothing too exciting in here. Lots of supports in the roof and all that. So we shall head up more. Alright, so this is the chapel. I really wanted a chapel in the castle, and I really liked how this window turned out, especially from the outside. The inside is okay, but the outside is incredible. I really love how it turned out. So, and also I decided I wanted to cross in the back because that makes a really good detail there. You have 6 pews and maybe 2 people per pew, so you have 12 people that can sit in here and do their Sunday morning worship, depending on their the religion. So whatever floats their boat. So anyway, we'll keep heading up, and this is the sort of like the maester's like home, I guess. And well, he doesn't have a bed up here, but he does have, this is his this is sort of like a desk, to sort of like, because the treasury is right here, and so this guy would sort of like, you know, tell people would come here, they would tell him what the king wants, and then this person would go in here and tell, you know, the guards here what, you know, the person out there wants. The guards would go collect whatever, they would come back, give it to this person would give it to that person, and then that person would go all the way back down the stairs and take it to the king. So it's basically, in a society, basically there's just this long chain of command that, you know, and guidelines that people need to follow. So we have lots of gold, maybe some sort of sapphires, and then maybe some sort of like turquoise and stuff like that. I don't know, just stuff along that lines. And really, it's a fairly rich castle, as you can tell. Lots of really neat things, and maybe the chests are full of gold and different kinds of jewels and stuff. So this is the Rookery. This is where the what do you call them? This is where the maester would be, and obviously he would, just like the other castle, would write messages and send the birds out to send messages to other people. And also there is another privy right here, but it doesn't go over the walls, so someone would have to come up here and clean it every now and again, and then take it out somewhere and bring it to the gong pit. The gong pit is where they would put all the crap. Little map to sort of figure out where things are. So we are almost done. There isn't really much more to see, so we're going to keep heading up. And I think this is the last room here. This is the war room. So also in the event of a siege, say that most of the castle was taken down below, and that they don't have catapults, because if they have catapults, they can just destroy this entire tower. But if they don't have catapults, and this is where they would come, you know, the very top of the tower, and they would all just sort of crowd up here, and there's lots of extra food, as you can see, mushrooms and some, I don't know, potatoes, etc. And they would be up here, some water, some food, etc. And this is where they would live for during the war times. And also, say if they're planning a war or planning an attack, this is where they would be. So if we keep heading up, there's only one more room, and this is for Izza. I made a room for Izza, for Princess Izza. And I know I spelled that wrong. It's 2 I's and then 2 Z's and A and S. But Izza, I did officially make your room in the castle. This is your tower. It's a very pretty room. Little pretty roof, and but yeah, just something silly I wanted to add in. Some grapevines. I don't know if you like grapes, Izza, but oh well. That's how it is. You better like grapes because you have grapes in your room. So let's go ahead and head out, and let's find a sort of place to sort of look around. Let's go through the Rookery window. Who cares about the door? Alright, so I think that's about it. I don't really have anything else to show you guys, but I'll just sort of fly around and sort of give you guys a bird's eye view of what we were going through and what we just looked through and all that stuff. But I think it turned out really nice, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully at one point I'll be able to put up tutorials on YouTube and show you how, kind of like a sneak peek into how this is done. But the big place that you can find, you know, all my tutorials, and you know, if you want to figure out how things are done, obviously look me up on Twitch and hit that follow button, because that is where you're going to watch me build. If that interests you. For those of you that don't need tutorials, you know, that's fine. But still, you can be there and enjoy the time with me, because I like to have some viewers and people that enjoy to watch what I do. So anyway, that's really all there is, and just really hope you guys enjoyed. But anyway, if you guys like this video, please hit that follow or hit that like button, that thumbs up. And if you guys want to see more videos, there's more in the future. And as I get more organized, as I get a better PC, and as I get better internet, there will be more videos, more tutorial videos, more you know, on-topic videos that you guys have been asking for. So just again, give me time. Right now, I'm just kind of setting a base for my YouTube channel, and it'll work out in the future. We're getting there, and I am again on the Dakir server. That's where this is. But again, I am headed back over to the Raven server. I've been over there for a while, but I decided it's time to make a video on this, and hope you guys enjoyed. But anyway, till next time, bye bye.